We're going to be looking at solving algebraic inequalities. That's today's learning goal. Let's look at some jokes. So we have a whole list of incorrect spellings except illiterate. See the irony here? Coalition, koalas, opposition. It's time for our daily review. 1/3 x equals 9. This means division, so I'm going to multiply by 3/1. These cancel out. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other side. Multiply the left side by 3/1, multiply the right side by 3/1. I get 27. So x is 27. Next question. 2x minus 10 plus equals 30. Going to add 10 to both sides since I'm subtracting. The 10's cancel out. I'm multiplying, so I divide both sides by 2. And x equals 20. That's going to be it for our daily review. So today we're going to look at some inequality on a number line, some things that are inequalities on a number line. So if we go back to our learning goal, which was I can solve algebraic inequalities. So these are inequalities. They're unequal. If we look at our equations from earlier, these were equal. The left side is the right side. With inequalities, we're looking at things that are not equal. If you're studying this video for the first time, you need to copy this into your notebooks. So pause the video and write this graph into your notebook. Okay, so I'll be referring back to this many times throughout the lesson today. All right, first question, number 1. We have graph 1 is less than or equal to x. Use the number to determine which are the solutions. I'm going to rewrite this as x is greater than or equal to 1. How would you pronounce this? And this is 1 is less than or equal to x is the same thing as x is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, so what are solutions? I know 3 is a solution because 3 is greater than or equal. I know 1 is a solution because it's equal to. 0 is not a solution, and neither is minus 1. Now I want to graph this on a number line. So if we look back at this paper, we can see the difference between open versus closed circles. Let me zoom in so you can get a closer look. So an open circle is just when it's greater than or less than. But a closed circle means the solution is included or it's filled in. So would this be an open or closed circle? A closed circle. So what are solutions to x is greater than? It would be a closed circle. So what are solutions to x is greater than or equal to 1? How about 2? Because 2 is greater than or equal to 1. 3, 4, and so on and so forth. So let's look at minus 3 is greater than z. Check using substitution. So I have here, I'm going to rewrite this as z is less than minus 3. Now I'm going to graph it. Minus 3 here. Put all numbers that are less than minus 3 on the left. Now it's an open circle, right? Because it's a less than. Open circle. Okay. And then my solutions are minus 4 is less than, minus 5, minus 6, and so on and so forth. Okay. There we go. Next question. It says create a inequality that represents the phrase for the sum 4 and x is greater than 6. So pause the video and try this on your own. 4 plus x is greater than 6. So the issue is that I don't have x by itself. So I'm going to solve this just like an equation. X is greater than 2. Now I want to graph this. With my 2 goes here, and it says all numbers greater than 2. And it is an open circle because it's less than, goes in this direction. Next question. Evaluating graph on a number line. So we'll minus 5 from both sides to get 15 is greater than x. I'm adding, so I subtract. These cancel out. Draw my number line here. I get 15 here. X is greater than 15. 16, 17, and 18. Is it an open or closed circle? It's an open circle. It goes in this direction. Okay, next question. Create an inequality for the number line below. I have x. It's a closed circle, so do that. So think about all the numbers going in this direction. Are they less than 3.5 or are they greater than 3.5? Greater than 3.5. And it's greater than or equal to because it's filled in. So I have x is greater than or equal to 14 and 5/10. That's it. Let's do one more question. Minus 3x is greater than 3. So I have to solve this like an equation. So I'll divide both sides by minus 3 because I'm multiplying. Now I have x is greater than minus 1. Because I divided my coefficient by a negative, I have to flip my inequality sign. So x is less than minus 1. Now we can go ahead and graph it. So we have minus 1 here. Is it an open or closed circle? Open circle. And x is less than minus 1. So all numbers that are less than minus 1, so it goes in this direction. So today's learning goal was I can solve algebraic inequalities. Thanks for tuning in.